Is a place every one of us is praying and hoping to get to. Is a place every one of us is praying and hoping to get to. And it will be difficult to arrive if you don't know the way to arrive. One of the things that drives focus is clarity. One of the things that drives focus is clarity. When you are clear about your goals, about your destination, it will be easy to arrive while you are walking with a compass. A compass. If you have a compass, you can't be lost in the bush. You can't. All you need to do is to find out where, at which angle or degree or point, whether east or north or west or south, that you are positioned in a particular point. You set the compass. Okay, this is my position. Now you can travel in any direction you want to go. The compass will help you find your way back. If you are with the compass as a geologist, it will be an aberration to hear that you are lost in the bush. So the lecturer doesn't care to send you inside it. They will say, go inside, go and map the location. But they leave you with one object, the compass. With it, you can find your way back. They are certain. So if you get lost, it means that you don't either know how to use the compass or you don't have one. That's why you see people are in church. They have the compass, but they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use it. So divine direction is God's own compass leading you, guiding you the way to go. The way to go. If you're a geologist, you know that this place has a location. If the United States want to, or anywhere in the world, they want to bomb, as here we are sitting now, they want to bomb here now, on the compass, they will look for the longitude and the latitude of this exact location, the place where they want the bomb to land, and they will send it. It will travel, but it won't touch any other thing. It will come to this exact point and land. And you say, wow, what a miracle. It's not a miracle, it's an understanding. Precision is governed by understanding divine direction. Divine direction. The reason why I'm not confused, and some people, you see some people, they try church small. We church walk. Okay, it's not working. Let's try this. It's not working. They try another one. Why some people jump from one place to the other, jump from one place? It's because they don't have direction. They don't have the compass. Or they don't know how to use it. So, divine direction is the ways of God revealed to men. What would you do if you know what God wants you to keep doing? Goodness. If you knew that you'll be the next governor in the next 15 years, how will you be preparing? If you knew that you are designed to be a senator, and not whether lady or guy, because you always say you'll be the governor's wife. No. If you knew that you were going to be a senator in the next 15 years, how would you be preparing? How would you be preparing? If you knew that this business you are playing is the foundation to be able to carry your political ambition, how would you run it? You wake up in the morning, you sleep and snore for extra 30 years. You know, some of you are 30, but you are actually 20. I'm not even talking of some are 30, but they are actually 6 months. Because for 30 years of your life, you have not been doing anything with your life. Just wake up, eat food. Okay, they say it's this direction they go. Do you know that if you are If you are 30 and you sleep 8 hours every day, if you are 30 years now and you sleep 8 hours every day, you have actually removed 10 years from your life. Are you following me? 8 hours. Because the every day is divided into 24 hours. And you take 8 hours out of it. 8 hours is 1/3 of 24. I'm not even talking of when you were a child. Those days you used to sleep 12, 14 hours. Some of you during holidays you sleep 16 hours. Because I asked myself, if I desire the impact of certain people, how should I sleep? How should I sleep? They tell you to be healthy, sleep 8 hours. There is time to sleep. Your night time is coming when you sleep. It's not now. They say the strength of a young man, the glory of a young man is in strength. You have strength to say, on Friday, I told you your body can survive anything. It's only your mind you need to convince. I'm tired. You are 24. You have slept 8 hours. You are what? You are 16 years. That's what you are. I'm not talking in the remaining 16 hours of the day. What do you now do with it? You Facebook 5 hours. You can be on Facebook and actually be learning. Because all the pages I follow on Facebook are pages I can learn something from. So I'm turning here, I'm listening to messages, I'm still on Facebook. I'm listening to messages, I'm listening to some topics, I'm learning how to trade, I'm learning how to do many things. If you knew God's plan for your life, how would you live? How would you live? But the problem is some of you don't even know yet. Some of you know, but laziness will not allow you. Divine direction is the ways of God revealed to men. Divine direction comes as instructions from God, either in his word or it can come from God's men. It can come from God's men. Just like girls that will go and pray and say, the Lord told me. Where did the Lord stay and tell you? You see a fine young man, tush and posh, elegant, park one car outside, the Lord start telling you. The Lord should never tell you a girl that if he tells you, keep it to yourself, wait for the guy. God told Eve, this is your husband. She stayed and was waiting for him and was watching him. He didn't wake him up and say, Adam, here am I am your wife. He didn't do that. He waited for him to come to his senses and wake up and say, wow. And say, this is woman. Shall be the flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bone. Are you hearing me? You don't follow social media if you want to live. Divine direction comes as instructions from God. He can speak to you, and he can speak to you through his men. God called to Samuel, say, Samuel, Samuel. He ran to Eli and said, you are calling me. How come God's voice sounded like the voice of his man of God? How come? Call Pastor Great. Shout it.
Pastor Great.
Shout, Pastor.
Pastor Great.
Did it sound alike? If you want, shout my name. Everyone here have their unique voices. Everyone. 3 million people gather here. Everyone has their unique voices. So Joy can't call you and you go and answer Imabo and say you're calling me. It sounded alike. It sounded alike. Divine direction can come as instructions. When you are in the kingdom men don't marry for satisfaction. They marry for kingdom. There is somebody I would have joined myself with. I would have been long gone. I can't do the things I'm doing. And
you see the guy will naturally, his love will naturally die down. I knew a man who was so passionate for God until he married. It was until he married that he knew that he was spending too much in church. It was until he married. It was until he married that he knew that he was spending too much. He was doing so much for God. So he needs to reduce. Am I saying they won't still be happy? They will be happy where they are. It's my desire for all of them to be happy. But how about the kingdom? Instruction gives birth to divine direction. My pastor told me, he said, this your suit something. It's good though, but I don't know. Why not give? It was just a casual talk. Because sometimes, Pastor Peter Bride was saying, sometimes we think that the only way God moves is when God You know that God has arrived. They were waiting for God in the thunder and in the wind, in everything, and God was not there. And he came as a still small voice. It was just a normal conversation. It was just a normal conversation that gave birth to the peace and joy I have. Gave birth. But you have to learn to recognize the voice of God. You have to learn to recognize. Proverbs 4 verse 13. Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Instruction will not just give you life, but will make life out of you. To make life out of you. If you know how to keep instructions. What is the reason why children cry a lot in the house? Why do children, junior students in school, why do they cry a lot in the class? Why will the teacher flog a child for instruction? Junior, don't do this. And junior did it. Therefore, junior must cry. Imabon, don't go there. And Imabon decides to go. Then the rod of correction will drive stupidity away from you. He said, by the things he has suffered, he learned obedience. He said, take fast hold of instruction. He said, there will be tendencies for you to leave her. You even have reasons. Satisfying reasons. It will make sense to you. To make sense to you. But we have seen that instruction is the mother of guidance. The mother of guidance. Mentorship is a shortcut to arrival. You know, some of you just come to church to have a good time, but they've not come to accept God's servants as a compass to life. As a compass to life. He said, take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go. Never let her go. He said, whatever happens, keep her. For she is your life. Visions and dreams and life's expectations are accomplished through divine direction. In other words, the reason why people's life are in frustration, their ministry, their family, is because they lack heavenly instruction. Divine direction is enshrined in divine wisdom. The house or the dwelling place for divine direction is in the embodiment called divine wisdom. Divine wisdom. The secret behind building a good and solid foundation in life is the display of divine wisdom. Divine wisdom. And the Bible said in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Proverbs 4:7. He said, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. You know, when we read this scripture, we say, with all thy getting, we think is by all thy getting or in all thy getting. Who are English students here? It's not in all thy getting. When you say in all thy getting, you are trying to say whatever you do, just try and get understanding. It's just like go to market, buy chicken, buy suya, buy goat meat, buy ram, buy and try and buy Maggi, or try and buy shawarma. That's what in all thy getting means. With all thy getting is when you have gone to work and they pay you, and you do business and you get the money and you do whatever it is. He said, carry everything you have gotten and go get understanding. That's what it is. With all thy getting, get understanding. Yeah. The Bible said, wisdom is the principal thing. Don't just know it. Therefore, the result is in your therefore. What do you do after knowing that wisdom is the principal thing? He said, therefore, get it. Get it. Don't know it. Get it. Get it. I have vowed I cannot leave this world just like that. I can't leave this world without they mention my name. In France, I say that guy. It's a blessing to me. It's not possible. It's not possible. I can't just pass like that. It's an aberration. You don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to be you just need to be a child of God. Just need to be. Just need to be. John D. Rockefeller was never a man of God on the pulpit, or he preached more than everyone alive. He preached till Jesus comes. His name cannot be forgotten. The reason why you don't know who I'm calling now is because you're not studious. Everything called oil company came out of one man. ExxonMobil, Mobil, Bill, Shell. Everything called oil company, both the one in United States, in Nigeria, in Canada, in Europe, came out of one man. Came out of one man. Engineering came out of one man. Out of one man. Is a man. The idea of pipeline, those days, they will pour oil and grill this thing, and they will carry it in trains to distribute. At a time, he was a Baptist, a child of God, a Baptist. At a time, all the train companies ganged up against him because the guy was rising magnanimously, and he was sitting in his meditation time. And while they were working in the company, they got oil from here, and oil moved from there to the tank there. And he was looking at it. He was looking at it. And God showed him, he said, if this oil can move from here to here in this room, then we can put pipelines across nations, across states. We don't have to have anything to do with train stations. That's how they started pipeline. One man. One man. Even today, he is richer than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and all of them. One was worth $500 billion. One man. John D. Rockefeller. Go and read about him. But he was a dedicated child of God. Dedicated child of God. If he enters a place and gives a donation, That's why they sponsored many missionaries all over the world. Because one man. By wisdom. Divine wisdom. I told you on Friday, I said, kingdom is the only thing that makes money have meaning. Kingdom. Because what will you do with more money? What will you do with more money? Make more money, buy a good car, buy a good house, live in a good place, send your children to school, and eat food. Can you eat 12 square meal a day? Can you? Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Get wisdom. Tell somebody, say, get wisdom. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 12. He said, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. Now you see, when there are two people that have, this one has wisdom, this one has money. Are you following me? There are two people, Joy and who should I go now? I don't want to cause trouble. Two people. One has wisdom, the other has money. And two of them sees a snake. Are you following? Two of them sees a snake. And the one that had wisdom took to his heels and ran. But the one that has money brought out some dollars and say, hello, Cobra, how are you? Are you following what I'm saying? The one that has money, he said, brought out some thousands of dollars and say, hello, hi, how are you doing? And by the time the cobra beat him, can his money save him? Oh, let's even say the money saved him. People now came. Maybe the person with wisdom went and called people who came with machetes and cutlasses. By the time they are arriving, this one is already lying. So they killed the snake and now carried this one to hospital. So this one's money now, they will now treat him, cut him, remove the venom, do this. He will now stay in the hospital for some days, and if God help him, maybe he might come out with stroke or one thing or the other. Are you following what I'm saying? He must have gone through so much pain and so much that the wisdom would have saved him from. You don't have what to use and kill the snake. Just like the day we saw in my former compound. We saw a snake. I was just coming back. I saw something moving. I've off my light. I saw something moving. I on it again and it was a snake. I didn't go there to greet the snake. I ran first to get something to use and kill the snake. That's wisdom. You don't come and start saying, hey, see snake, see snake. Wow. Is it green or blue or ash? Wisdom can give you money, but money may not give you wisdom. That's why they say common sense is not common. He said, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Money can't give you life, but wisdom can. Whatever the need of man is on earth has been enshrined in the wisdom to get it. So whatever it is you are looking for how to marry well is enshrined in wisdom. The knowledge is not in heaven. The knowledge is here. How to enjoy a good marital bliss. The knowledge is not in heaven. The knowledge is here. It's here on earth. So you seek guidance from men that have it. You want to live your life peaceably as a young man and grow well. The knowledge is not in heaven. It's here. Whatever war man may be fighting, the strategy to fight and conquer is enshrined in the wisdom for victory. The wisdom for victory. Praise God. And the Bible said, for by wisdom a poor man saved the city. By wisdom. By wisdom. By wisdom. He was not rich, but yet he delivered the city from people that were rich, that had all the ammunitions and all the weapons. By wisdom. Praise God. When you clearly understand your vision and mission in life, and you key into the purpose of God for your existence, you will embrace wisdom for divine direction. Solomon learned to live by instruction, and that's why his rulership was easy. His kingdom enjoyed peace. Enjoyed peace. He said, I am my father's son. The moment Solomon entered the throne, the first things he did were the things the father told him to do. He said, look at this one. Let him not die a normal death. He said, look at this one. Look at that one. Look at this one. Look at that one. The moment he did those things, his kingdom enjoyed peace. Say, I am my father's son. And the proof of sonship is in obedience. Someone is not hearing. And that is why, as he kept living by instruction, the next time he had the opportunity to talk with God, he said, Father, give me wisdom. Give me wisdom. Give me wisdom. Because this is a man that understands that divine direction, peace, joy, riches, laughter, clarity is enshrined in the wisdom of God. The same thing could apply to you in your business, in your career. You don't know what to do. As a young boy, every time I kneel down to pray, I prayed for wisdom. Every time. Every time. Every time. I knew God gave me the first time I prayed. But I just want to keep reassuring myself. In case Satan wants to sow doubt that you don't have it. That's why I kept praying. The first day you prayed it, God heard you. But to destroy doubt, you need to keep re-announcing to yourself the things you believe in your prayers. I just hope someone is hearing. Proverbs 8 verse 10. Proverbs 8 verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. When there is meeting where they are sharing money, have you not seen political campaigns? You see people come from Bubra, people spend 10,000 to come and collect 2,000. They will close their shop to come and collect 2,000. They will close their shop. And some of them that will come will not even receive. That's David. Some of them that will come will not even receive anything, will not receive nothing. They will close their shop. They will spend transport to go and share 2,000 naira. But the same people that fix that campaign will put a business meeting. They will not register. You will not see anybody. So you see that poor men don't actually want to be rich. They just want to survive. You didn't hear me. People don't actually want to be rich. That's why somebody comes here now to beg some money. Sir, if you see what they have not paid me, and then where I'm serving is very far, and I trekked now, and they don't send me food, and I didn't have money to receive it, and they say, just tell him, okay, carry this thing, go and sell it, return my capital, take your profit. Person will disappear. Person will disappear. Which was my priceless gift when I was in school. Being able to get goods that I don't have capital for. Some of you are looking at Ella. Most of the things she's doing didn't start with capital. Just trust. The greatest capital. Being able to get lands. If I were to go and buy land and now sell, how much? Where will I gather the money? But somebody say, okay, sell my land, take the commission. You sell one, you have 350,000. You say, no, please just find me 1K. If I can go to 10 persons and 10 persons find me 1K, that's 10K. I cruise. But take 1 week of consistent work and calling and sell one land, you will have 350,000. Say, no, I just need 1K from 10 persons. And I'll be okay. And the 10K will finish and you have another issue. Every time your issue is too long. He said, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. If you come and tell me your problem and I give you money, that's the lowest thing I can ever give you. Because you won't learn what it takes to be me. You won't learn it. You just leave and say, oh, pastor is a good guy. Pastor is a good guy. Pastor is a good guy. All those people churches used to share Indomie to. Where are they? They shared to them last year. This year they will organize again and share for them. Upper year they will share again. Some of them just hibernate their life and they are waiting. Oh, when will pastor share Indomie again? He said, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Let's read 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. He said, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. To understand this wisdom, we need to understand the beginning of wisdom. We need to understand. And Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10 said, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The first sign that you are wise is that you fear the Lord. The first sign. It's not that you are rich. It's not that you are well to do. It's not that you are even having a good marriage. Because we don't even know whether you can just be wearing uniform. And we don't really know. Snapping and putting on Facebook and giving us assurance on Facebook. Later we'll hear that another is pregnant for you. Are you hearing me? So the proof, the number one proof of wisdom is when I see the way you fear God, I will know. David so much feared and revered him that he hated evil and evildoers. He didn't just hate evil. You know, there are in our generation, we are so filled with people that don't like evil, but they don't hate evil. You know, there are two different things. They don't like evil, but they don't hate it. That's why a girl in church will tell you, sir, he's a good guy, but it's just that he's a Yahoo boy. He's just a Yahoo boy. That he's better than some church members. Because he has not stolen your father's money before. If the moment they steal the money they want to use and pay your school fees, you will know. So he's a good guy. It's just that he's just a Yahoo. Anybody that is A Yahoo boy is a murderer. He's a murderer. You are a murderer. You're a murderer. So you don't know what it takes for people. You don't know. And so people, somebody will gather and gather and gather, and you take it off the person. You are cruising and you are feeling big. A murderer. And for you to be giving excuse for the person, something is wrong with you. You are not doing it, so you don't like it. That means if you like it, you would have been doing it. But you don't hate it. Don't hate it. Psalms 139 verse 21. He said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. Somebody is abusing God, abusing church, abusing tithe, abusing offering, abusing pastors, and he's your best friend. You see anybody on his way fighting any man of God, flee from them. God can't send you to destroy his work. Doesn't matter your opinion, doesn't matter how you feel. God can't send you. Now let me make an instance. This is God's body. This is God's house. And I'm not even talking of, let's just say that you had a reason, a good reason, that you think that the man of God is wrong. And you now carry placard and you now come in front of the church and you say, I will write on social media, I will tell everybody that the man of God did something bad and all of that and all of that. What are you trying to achieve? You sit back and ask yourself, what is the end product? Is it to make the man of God repent? Or to destroy the work of God? Somebody here was telling me, when you he said, well, I didn't even talk to anybody. But somebody here and several other people were telling me how they were disturbing them and disturbing them and disturbing them to distract them and saying all manner of things against me. Well, yet when you touch their mouth, they say they didn't say anything. In fact, they just left quietly and all of that and all of that. But some of them were actually visiting people. To what end? To what end? To what end? To what end? See, you are the devil. He said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. Let's read the next verse, 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. Don't dislike evil. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. When men speak evil, hate them. Hate them. Bible says hate them. He's giving you this one now. Bible said in the New Testament, he said there are people that cause quarrel and trouble in church, and every time he said mark them and avoid them. That's the New Testament. He said mark them and avoid them. Somebody comes all the time and is telling you about somebody to make you hate them. Mark that person and avoid. And I've already told you here, how do you handle such a situation? As the person is talking, you say, okay, wait. You call the person and say, please, can you come? Where are you? Arrive. Let's discuss this matter openly, so that we'll come to a conclusion to know whether it is you. Because now, every story, there are two sides of the story. So this one you are telling me now, I don't know. Let's call the person. Oh, why are you afraid of the person? If you really want us to make peace, and you know I'm a brother or I'm a sister, say, peace, come. Mercy, come. Let's sit down and discuss this. Discuss this. You say, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. Do you see why he's a man after God's own heart? Are you seeing it? Your sentiments, some of you now, I'm already losing you. So what are you trying to say? If some of you have your way, you would have left church now. Do you see why he's a man after God's own heart? That's why. That's why Jesus will accept to be called the son of David. And he stopped. They called him many names and called him many names. They say you are Elijah, you are this. He didn't accept it. The moment they called him thou son of David, he stood. He said, bring him. Bring him. He called himself the root and offspring of David. God. That's why. He said, because whatever concerns you bothers me. That's the proof of love. How will I be trying to please Imabom and displease my wife? That's what some of you do. When it comes to the test of love, how will I be trying to please because she's my member and I displease my wife? The fundamental person I should please in the equation of love is my wife. Then any other person. Any other person. But even my wife knows that when it now comes to God and humans, that it is God. We'll make for him first, then we'll live on the rest. But the rest has never finished. And we never finish. Let's read 23. This place is very interesting. It says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Hey. David was so much concerned with the matters of his heart, not his acts, not the things he was showing the people of Israel. It's not the things he was doing in church. He said when he is with himself discussing, David was interested. He said, search me, O God, and know my heart. Know if I love you in my heart. Yeah, we are talking about divine direction, and somebody is not understanding me. Divine direction is enshrined in divine wisdom, and divine wisdom is first gotten from the fear of God. And how do we know you fear God? By knowing the love you have for God.